Welcome. I am starting a new series, and this is a series of definitions throughout my website and throughout my programs, especially the Academy. I bring together all of the different topics as far as being irresistible, and from there, once you finish the that information that's gathered in the academy, then you move on to the handbook where you expand on the practices of leaning back. And so I want to tighten up the definitions. They're free, as the video is free, but this is it's a reference also for the academy. So we're going to start with emotional attraction, and it's not your emotional attraction, it's his emotional attraction. Now, remember, first look at it this way. We have the circle of interaction, like the energy connection. There's you and there's him, and you're interacting together. His natural draw towards you is based on his attraction. What he's attracted to are the parts of you, the feminine parts of you that make you irresistible. And this is, remember, it's a natural attraction. And what happens as a result of him being attracted to this irresistible part of you is connection. The way to maintain this connection is to lean back, create relationship space, and allow his natural attraction to continue to happen. Now, the way to his heart is based on his emotional attraction. So there are various other attractions. I'll get into that in a minute, but it's the emotional attraction that builds and grows and happens naturally. And this leads to a lasting connection. And it's all based on his feelings for you. Now, his thoughts get in the way, but what you want to focus on are his feelings. And he's connecting with you based on these feelings. And these connections are leading to experiences with you. And when he's not with you, he's remembering these experiences. He's remembering when and how he made you happy. How does he know? Because you tell him that he makes you happy. This is all about using your feminine words, your love words, your poetry speak. The relationship space is where actual leaning back happens and creates relationship space, which allows him to feel this emotional attraction, gives him the space to do what he naturally does, which is come towards you, and lets him create these experiences of connection that he remembers when he's not with you and he's thinking about you and he's remembering how he made you happy. A lot happens in this area in this time. And the reason I use the word time is because emotional attraction grows over time. It grows over these experiences, but other things come in the way. You have the male ego, you have everything on the don't do list. Also, check out the man guide, and you'll see the kinds of situations that can come up and interfere in this connection based on his emotional attraction. If I were to give you one portion of the practices to really focus on when you're dealing with a man's emotional attraction, it would be flirting. Flirting with him. Let me be clear, not flirting with other people. Flirting with him and learning the degrees of flirting that work, the degrees of flirting that appeal to him, the degrees of flirting that feel genuine to you. So let me go in a different direction with this definition. Letting a man act on his emotional attraction to you means that you're letting him take the connection forward in a natural progression based on his feelings. When he's emotionally attracted to you, he's trying to get as close as he possibly can, and he really doesn't understand why, he just feels the urge. He's exploring your boundaries while still trying to please you, impress you, and make you smile. Your responses to this is to be open, warm, and inviting, indulging and enjoying every moment of connection he initiates, which encourages him to move in even closer to experience more of your feminine responses. Leaning back, yes, much. It's important to realize that his emotional attraction to you goes deeper than intimacy. It's part of his masculine nature. It just as natural is the fact that your feminine energy plays a vital role in his emotional attraction to you. Your feminine energy helps you to experience his becoming more emotionally attracted to you as you spend time together, as you connect. Allowing your feminine energy to guide your words and actions towards him creates that safe relationship space we talk about. And this is where he gets to experience his feelings for you as they grow in a safe environment. And his feelings naturally deepen. Leaning back when a man is emotionally attracted to you is a 100% feminine experience. And it happens when you're receiving what he says and does, and then responding based on your feelings with feminine words and actions. Responding from your feminine takes practice because triggers can also cause you to slip back into your old masculine relationship patterns. This is why we have the topic and the definition of emotional attraction so that you want to say, well, okay, I was acting masculine, whatever. No, that actually damages his emotional attraction. It impedes it. It screws everything up. It really matters. This is a delicate issue which requires time while you're connecting. So when you're receiving from him, and these are his words and his actions, in any given moment, you're not leaning forward. You're not doing. This is a short pause of awareness and openness. Then, once you've processed your feelings, you want to respond to him using your feminine words. These are your love words. Letting him know your feelings, not your thoughts, and also letting those feelings guide your actions. This is where most problems arise. If you're not in your feminine energy, then you tend to react rather than respond. And reacting is the first step, the first fatal step in leaning forward, getting into masculine mode in a relationship, in that connection with him, in that relationship space that's supposed to be a safe space, but it turns out once your masculine energy enters that realm, it's not a safe space for him. His emotional attraction is directly impacted by your masculine mode because there's nothing feminine to maintain his attraction. And I'm talking about emotional attraction, okay? With the absence of your feminine energy, your masculine reactions create a pushing energy instead of an attracting energy. And this is when a man's feelings suddenly start to cool off towards a woman. Ooh, this is why leaning back is so important because masculine energy in that connection can easily happen to you. It happens quickly. And in order to keep leaning back and being in your feminine, receiving and responding, it's important to understand exactly what this masculine energy feels like so you can avoid whenever it starts to happen. All right. And then that's where we get into um, the don't do list and the man guide. And it's all diagrammed on my various videos of circle of interaction. So that was our focus. Your practice is to journal about your experiences with a man's emotional attraction. And I would break it into two categories. When you've experienced a man's emotional attraction, when you've been in your feminine, that means leaning back, and the experiences you've had with a man's emotional attraction when you were in your masculine, leaning forward. Okay. This series is going to take us a while, but I hope you find it interesting. Of course, leave any questions or comments below, or you can always contact me like some of you always do. Okay. Until next time. Ciao.